Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel or my Facebook page or wherever you're watching me, whatever you're watching me from. I don't really, your Insta, I don't know, but probably not Insta because it's really short videos. Anyway, it's really early in the morning here. It's almost 6 o'clock and I'm up and on my way to Sydney, and I'm just here in Melbourne. It's been a little quiet time here in Melbourne, and my boyfriend is sitting over there just being on his phone and checking his... Are you checking your Instagram?
Yeah, I'm checking Facebook. Yeah.
Checking Facebook. You know, he and I were just talking about, you know, I really believe that anything that your mind is thinking, you know, automatically, has nothing to do with you. Like, honestly, it has nothing to do with you. It's like things rise and fall, you know? And if you're watching me, and you've been watching me, you know I talk about that all the time. But, you know, sometimes you never really seem to get it. But I think it's really one of the diamonds in your pocket and one of the secrets to, you know, personal success and feeling that sense of gratitude all the time is because thoughts are things. Thoughts can become things, and they arise in your head, and you can feel overwhelmed by them. You know, when you have this sense of low energy. Let me also just explain to you that energy, you're a vibration, and I believe that. And if you don't believe that, you can continue to watch, or if you think I'm crazy or whatever, which my mind is coming up that you might think that, you can turn this off and not watch it. But I can tell you right now, what I've experienced in my life, and what I have been experiencing is that there is energy that rises and falls in me throughout the day, and that changes constantly. And so whenever something arises in your head and you feel, I don't know, some kind of, or your thoughts can label an energy shift or low energy, and you can feel almost hijacked by a certain kind of feelings or the low energy, and you can get really annoyed, and you can get I don't know, you can feel irritated because maybe you want to do something else other than what you're doing, and you can feel pressured that you have to do or be or say or whatever, and circumstance can dictate to you that you do not have a possibility to think a different way. Well, I know that diamond in your pocket is that you can relate to any thought that you have, how you want to choose to relate to it. Now that doesn't change the energy right away, because the energy is part of the vibration in yourself, and I would like to think it's just an opportunity for yourself to recharge. You know, and before that thought starts to hijack you and take you over and make you believe that you're really like low energy and that will never ever ever, because sometimes it feels like it will never ever ever pass because it seems so final, because that's what the ego likes to do. This is final and you're gonna always feel like this, and why am I feeling like this, and all this kind of, you know, like kind of pressure you put on yourself by feeling like you shouldn't be feeling a certain way is a crock of bullshit. Right, baby bear?
Yes.
I don't know if he's listening to me, but it doesn't really matter if he's listening to me or not. But the thing is that, let me just tell you that things rise and fall. Like this feelings, and you can feel feelings of, you can feel the feelings of jealousy and envy also, you know, like when you're feeling low. Or even when you're, no, I think mostly when you're feeling low, because some days you feel really, really good and nothing like that really comes into your experience. I don't know, maybe it does, you know, it can, in a flash, can show up, and you can start to feel something because the thought has produced some kind of a feeling. And with jealousy and envy, like, it doesn't matter what you do or where you go or what you've achieved in your life. Sometimes it's like, the more and more that you achieve, the more and more you have these thoughts or feelings of jealousy or envy of other people, which is really, really actually a crazy, crazy thing. But before those things like rears its ugly head and makes you want to pay attention to them, you have an opportunity. There's like a gap. There's a gap in that choice. There's a gap that you can actually choose, you know, before it manifests and that you're angry or you're irritated or you feel like I don't have this or I don't have that because they don't deserve this, I deserve more than they deserve. All of that kind of mental garbage that is happening because you feel that low energy is always, you know, it's going to happen. It's like going to happen, and it's going to like try to just really take you over and make you believe something that is not true. And it's like, and also like, you know, like I just said the other day, and I will continue to say, because I think this is really it for me. It's like, because I realize that these mental constructs are constant, and they're either, you know, positive or negative, how you label them, but also positive. You know, sometimes I have a really great life, and I really feel grateful for my life, and I feel sometimes I can, you know, if I have a good premiere, or if I feel good that I've done something and that people are happy with what I've taught them, or they feel motivated and they feel, you know, like on top of the world, which I really love. Of course, I love all that. That can really make me feel like, you know, I'm like number one or something. You know, it can really make me feel like I have that trophy. You know, like I'm the one. You know, like I'm the teacher. And when that also arises, it's like really kind of crazy that you would attach yourself to that and make you feel like, you know, that it's final and that you'll always feel like that. And because that's just not true, because every moment is a different moment, and you have a different feeling. And some days you can wake up feeling like really like crap, and you're wondering, well, when I went to bed yesterday I was number one, or at least the ego can say that. So what I'm trying to say here is that these polarized feelings that you have, or the feelings that you have, or the vibration, the polarized vibrations, the positive and the negative, are always there. You know, it's like, but I believe that they're like basically, you know, in a way synonymous. They're all on the same stick. You have one stick, and there's the polarized end, there's the positive, and then there's the negative, and you're like somewhere in the middle. And that's that gap. You know, like that's that gap. I believe that there's something in the middle, and you have an opportunity to choose. That's your birthright. You were born like that. You were born with this guidance system if you pay attention to it. At least that's what happens to me, and I feel so good, you know? And I feel good about it, all of it. I'm not only feeling good when I feel positive and everybody thinks I'm like the number one, and my mind can say, oh, you're really great and all this. And, you know, and when I don't feel that, then I can believe that, you know, it's the end of the world. And I'm wondering, and I look at it and I go, you know what? It's really an interesting kind of, you know, play. And which character am I going to adopt at that time? And who am I going to become? Because it is really a strange thing, because, you know, you spend your whole life trying to dodge these kind of feelings, and that these feelings, you know, this yin and yang, or these polarized feelings, are always going to come. Now, and the thoughts will flood into you, and there's so many thoughts, and you can feel, you know, you can feel that jealousy, and you can feel that envy, and you can compare, because that's what our society has done to us. You know, I believe, or at least mine has. It has made me feel that I am not worthy sometimes, and that I'm not this or that. You know, but I know it's not true. None of it's true. All of us are the same. And so, you know, whenever you have these feelings that arise, let me just say, these thoughts that arise that are attached to these feelings, and they're momentary. Whenever you have those thoughts that arise, none of it is you, because it's coming from a past. Because this moment is as fresh as the air that you breathe. And nothing has ever happened from this moment. And nothing is happening other than you're just sitting in your room, or you're walking down the street, and your mind is coming up with all these different scenarios. And, you know, unless you're like, you know, like in the moment, when you're in the moment, you have a choice to think about all of that stuff that is rising and bubbling and falling. And then you can make a choice. And it, you know, it's easier said than done. But I tell you, I think that what is so beautiful about the existence of a human being is that consciousness expands when you are aware, and it expands to the benefit of yourself. And then suffering, if you're attached to any of those constructs, both polarized, negative or positive, if you're attached to any of those things, it can bring you, I don't know, bring you to a place that you perhaps don't really want to go, because none of it is true. The only thing that is true, perhaps, and I'm saying, is this moment. And this moment is full of possibility and full of potential. And you can become that moment. And you can allow and you can let go. Allow and let go. Allow those feelings and let go. And not try to make meaning of any kind of feelings. And if you're feeling envious or jealous, I have those feelings. It's so weird because I don't know, I'm not the same as anybody else, and no one else is the same as me, and we're all unique. And it's so weird that we would learn to compare ourselves to others, because it's just a dead end. And I think that's what's so beautiful about growing, because you realize that there is a big play going on. And there are great thinkers in the world that have just been telling us this for a long time. So, I don't know, but I do know that there is this moment and it's fresh. And nothing has ever happened before this moment, I think. Now, that opens up another whole conversation about maybe perhaps reincarnation or past lives or all this kind of thing. So, which is beautiful to think about, because it's just expands your mind and your consciousness. But anyway, I think the moral of this thing is to realize that you can choose no suffering and no attachment to circumstance. And then life is so beautiful because you have that moment. And there's so many things in that moment that can be experienced, such as gratitude. And gratitude of all of that. And just the unconditional love that you have, like, for everything around you and all the people. And take a moment and look, just look and feel all of it, and realize nothing is final and that there's a new moment. Have a beautiful day. I'm on my way to Sydney, and wonder what all kinds of moments will come up today. I don't know. I let them rise and fall and rise and fall. But I'm here with my man, and we're on our way to finish our vacation. Yes! And have a beautiful day, and I love all you so much. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.